So I was scrolling on Facebook today and I had came across a meme that makes no sense whatsoever. And I realized that this has got to be something that was passed across by a feminist or during the feminist movement. And it's sad to say that I'm finally speaking on this now because as a lady, I never agree with this, but it's about time to speak on it because feminism as well as MGTOW is satanic. And if you don't want to believe that, any kind of movement that's created to destroy the family unit is not from God. So it must be from something evil. And so you read this meme, it really doesn't make any sense. And we're going to go through why it doesn't make any sense. So pretty much the beginning of it starts off with men opening doors for women is a symbol of aggressive patriarchy. Men are saying you may enter or leave this place, but only on my say so. Okay, that makes no kind of sense because opening a door for somebody, I mean, especially if nothing comes out of their mouth, how are you to interpret or put words in their mouth, something that they never said, and you're not in their mind? Only God knows a person's heart or their mind to assume what they're doing in their intentions. That just doesn't make any sense. So you're already, to me, the one that's being aggressive here is the feminist that believes this. Being aggressive is actually walking out the door and somebody being like pretty much right on your heel, and since being aggressive is closing the door in their face to where they have no time to catch the door. Let's just go ahead and say, all right, let's say this man was thinking this. At the end of the day, he still did the nice thing in a non-aggressive manner by opening the door for somebody. And guess what? He didn't have to do it. So, yeah. But why did he do it? Because he is showing what it means to actually love someone. And feminists, listen up. This is what love truly means. Love is an action, not a feeling. You do not have to do things for somebody. You do not have to open the door. You don't have to give things to people selflessly. You choose to love someone because loving someone is actually an act of servitude. This is how Jesus teaches men to actually act to women, and women actually reciprocate this. She can start it or he can start it, but it's supposed to be a give and take type of relationship on both ends. So guess what he did? He gave part of his time, a lot of his effort, maybe a little of his effort, because maybe, I don't know, it may not have been a heavy door. But at the end of the day, and we know them heavy doors, I don't know how many times I've hit my head across them doors. But point being, he didn't have to do that. You know, you open the doors for people that you don't like. I can't tell you how many times I've done that myself as a woman, to open the door for someone I don't like or do things for someone I don't like and I don't care for. But guess what? It's not about me. It's about God. And when you're serving someone that is greater than you, you actually do the things and the desires that he wants you to do, which is to love him and to love your neighbor. Guess what? An action of chivalry is an action of love. And tough love, guys, says that you open the door and you do not have to act like them. You enforce your boundaries of who you are and keep your integrity and continue on with your day and continue opening doors for people, because that again is an action that you didn't have to do, but you chose to do. So as a man, you chose to do the right thing. Let's flip the script here. I've opened the door for a lot of people as a woman because I made it to the door first. And there really hasn't been one time where I've had to deal with somebody looking at me like, well, how dare you open the door? You're not giving me the option to leave or to go in or whatever we're doing as far as entry or exiting out the door. Because clearly common sense says if we're going the same direction, which is out, I'm not holding you against your will to leave because you already by your own will was walking out the door. And the same thing is if we're going in. So, and even with that, I've yet to see a man, and please let me know, guys out there, if you've even seen it, and ladies too, if you've seen somebody run to the door and block the door when somebody was trying to come in and say, you can only pass and say the special password or whatever because I say so and I'm standing at the door with power. Unless somebody's kids and they're playing, or unless, you know, somebody's in college doing whatever. If you notice people are playing and both parties know that there's playing being had, not any situation where somebody is being oppressed from not making decisions. Even in the military, there is no difference. I mean, as a woman, the Marine Corps, you were yelling, hatch, hatch, hold on the way. The hatch was the door. So everybody ran to the door. They ran to the hatch. When the drill instructor walked by, when the male drill instructor walked by, and they said a proper greeting of the day, okay? The men did it for us, the women did it for them. It's because that's what true equality is, okay? Not this whole thing where you want to start a fight because you want to be the center of attention. I mean, it also continues to say a man opening and holding a door open for a woman is him subconsciously reminding her that all men are in control of a woman's choices. I don't get how you get that from that. So here's something that I need anybody who is listening to this to understand, and this is coming from a lady. Do not think with your emotions, because it would be very insulting if somebody were to come to you saying, so what you're saying is, or if someone comes to you and assumes negative or wrong of you. In fact, that's very disrespectful. Wow, really? Phone? Stop it. I thought I put you on Do Not Disturb. Back to the point. This is good. You really need to stop thinking that way, because here is a problem with you saying the whole idea about what toxic masculinity is. You define, just like what a lot of people would have defined here of why a man opened the door for them, you define what toxic masculinity is, yet you're not a man. The only way I know how a man should righteously act is according to what God says, because he made man in his image, and we came from man who also was made in his image. So we're not too different than you think. But the main problem is that the person who's being passive aggressive is not really realizing that someone is doing something nice for you. And this is an issue that has been going on for a long time, and it's, like I said, it's about time that I speak up for it, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to figure out the last time I as a woman have ever been to a door held against my will, if a man didn't open the door for me, or if he did open the door for me. See, I can't even come up with a conclusive I can't even figure out a reason why I can try to explain this. It just makes no sense. People do things for people that are right, because that is something that you do out of the kindness of your heart. There are different ways that you show love to one another, because we're supposed to show love to mankind amongst each other. Love your neighbor as yourself. This is something that Jesus taught. No, guys, don't act like this, okay? Don't. Most of the women out here that live in this world don't think this way. Only immature people think this way. They need affirmation for being a woman, which you get that by growing up, not by throwing temper tantrums like children or saying things like this. Like I said, that's what children do when they catch temper tantrums, when they get in the middle of the floor and the store and they catch a fit and want the attention on them and they want their way, okay? No. Guys, real men, real gentlemen, keep opening the door for women, all women. Guys, don't let a woman teach you how to be a man, because when you keep closing doors on women, on all women, and act like all women act like this, you have now allowed the feminists to control how you think and how you act. The bigger man, the bigger gentleman is going to say, you know what? This person right here is not grown up yet. This person right here doesn't understand what a real man looks like, so let me show them. And you open the door, and if they act some kind of way, you smile and you keep on going through your day, because guess who kept control of themselves? As real men lead by example. And guess what? Just like love, that too is also an action. So anyway, I'm done with my rant. I've already kept y'all long enough. Y'all have a blessed one. And if y'all have any other videos or any ideas that you want to send across my way, I might be able to do them. So just check out Servant Status on YouTube or my Facebook channel, Servant Status. See you later.